open till it shatters through the ocean.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs and other farm animals, this is Rini here with Kerbal Space Chronicles Episode 7, Part 2. Now, when we left off, we were time accelerating away from the moon, preparing to head back for re-entry on Kerbal. And it turns out that this part of the mission took much longer than anticipated, so this is why the episode was split into two parts. The link to the first part is in the description. If you haven't seen Episode 7, Part 1 already, I recommend checking it out so that way you're not all that confused. In the meantime, let's see what happened. Get a little burbly noise. Magnetometer scan. Of course, I'm going to redo the blood sample and tentacle sample because I can recover those. Go to ship manifest to pull all that in. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Ah! Buttons. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and drop in now. Drop in a little bit of lag there as we pull away from the moon. Watching Kerbal there. I still need to install the better textures for stock visual enhancements. I haven't done that yet. Alright, we're coming in. I can get a little bit more data here. Ah! No, not toggle. Log. Log, I said. Log the data. Log the data. Cool. Now what we're going to do, once we transfer the science in, is we are going to burn our remaining fuel to try and flatten our trajectory just a little. So I'm going to time accelerate into about 350. Oh, we're coming in almost over the space center. I'm going to let the regular SAS take over because I need to sort of fine-tune this. Because we want to be able to keep our periaps from coming up or down too much, but we want to suppress our apoaps. So I'm just going to have to very carefully fine-tune this. In fact, I'm going to engage fine controls. And we're just going to burn out the remainder of our fuel to soften our re-entry. Because other than that, this stage has not much of a use, and we're just going to go ahead and let that burn down. And re-entry in 2 minutes. And stage burnout. That takes our apoaps from 45 to about 8. So that's a much better trajectory. In fact, we're gonna keep this until just before entry. We're going to go ahead and drop it at 125. Alright, that gives us a little bit of a kick. Now we turn surface retrograde, because that'll point our heat shield forward. And just time accelerate into re-entry, and we're going to go to 2 times physical time acceleration. It's telling me I can do a crew report, but I don't actually have crew in here. And we are on the way into entry. I'm actually going to take us out of... No, that doesn't affect it, really. And we are dropping in and heating up. There goes... Excuse me, there goes the music. Whoa! That'll be the other stage burning up. Camera goes nuts. Ooh. What the? What? What happened there, I wonder? How did my heat shield explode? That's concerning. I am surface... Why is my real chute getting so hot? What's the deal here? Something doesn't seem right. we are re-entering. We're not doing it very well. We're holding about 2,000 degrees. I'm glad that has its own supply of ablative shielding, or ablative shielding, or however the hell you want to say it. But the real chute is starting to cool down. That's a good sign. Exit atmosphere time is holding about 3 minutes, so I don't think we're going to slide out of the atmosphere. I wasn't sure if this one-person pod could survive a lunar re-entry or a mooner re-entry. But it looks like it can. Yeah, and we're starting to cool down, too. Of course, the bad news is we're about to cross periaps. And we are now rising. Of course, so is our time to exit the atmosphere, too. Hopefully it's enough. Otherwise, we may have to go in for a second pass, and I just hope it'll survive that second pass. Okay, our time to exit the atmosphere is increasing now. I don't think we're going to have to make another pass. Because we are starting to decelerate about half a G. Oh, but our acceleration is slipping, if you look at the void numbers. That's making me a little nervous. Because we may not have the power to go around for another pass. I'm not sure. Oh, and our time to exit the atmosphere is dropping too. Oh. I may not have put us in far enough. Of course, if I put us in any further, it may have simply burned up. Or lost the parachute. Let's see, our apoapsis is dropping rapidly. I wonder if it'll drop far enough before we leave the atmosphere. Dang it. Dingus dang it. I don't think it'll do it enough. I think we're going to have to go in for another pass. And electricity barely lasts that long if we conserve it. Dang it, because it's an hour-long orbit, and at this rate, electricity will be gone in 36 minutes. Of course, we'll go into hibernation on the way around, so we'll see there. Man, that 50 kilometers trajectory has usually worked for me. I wonder what changed. So many things have changed, it seems. Just going to go into 5 times time acceleration to take us out of the atmosphere. I know this episode is running long, but I want to go ahead and get this mission concluded for you guys. Yeah, there's the music. We're going out for another pass. Looks like we got to 425 by 34. I hope that's shallow enough, because we don't really have a way to control it. Alright, going to time warp us around. Yeah, it looks like our electricity will hold all the way around. Alright, we're going back in for round 2. Hopefully we don't screw it up this time. We're at a much reasonable 4,800, 4,400 surface. Pod's heating up. It's heating up pretty quick. Oh, this is tense. I hope I don't have to run this mission again. I really do. Pod's heating up. Pod's also turning blue, evidently. That must be planet shine. You see that little bit of a blue tint to it before it starts turning red. Alright. And there goes the music. There goes me leaning my arm on the desk, too. I need to take it easy with the physics warp, because I'm not sure. I think physics warp may have messed up the numbers some way. We're still gaining surface speed. But apoapse is dropping. So is our periapse too. It's now inside 30, and I'm not sure I like that or not. Camera flip tells us that we are on a reentry trajectory, but are we going to survive that trajectory is the big question. Because we're now dropping at over 200 meters a second. Oh, I've got so much science on this spacecraft too. There's the desert launch site and the desert airfield. That's interesting. Okay, inside 70 kilometers. Vertical speed is dropping. Good. We're not going to keep falling like a stone. There's the reentry effect. I don't know how they say this thing has an ablative shield when it has that big hole in the middle. And you see the shielding around the edge, but must be the model. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Having to fill time with a second pass I didn't mean to make. So we know lunar return trajectories go to like 45 or something. 45 or maybe even 40. And also get stronger heat shields. Good heavens. Okay, periapse is now negative. We are definitely on a re-entry trajectory. Parachute's getting hot. I don't like that. Okay, acceleration. G buildup. About half a G. Apoapse is now inside the atmosphere. We're going in. Cone chute's heating is slowing down, but I don't like that. Being so hot. 50 kilometers. This is where we started sliding out last time. We're over the deserts now. I wonder why that's spelled dessert and not desert. Maybe it's because the Kerbals love snacks. If you read a lot of the science replies, especially in crowdsourced science, they love snacks. About as much as they love space. And the chute is cooling down. The chute is cooling down. It looks like we're going to make this. Yes! Yes, yes, yes. Okay. And we're going to get a look at that awesome re-entry effect. Ooh, and a little bit of a solar eclipse. That's why the sun flare is gone. A little bit of a solar eclipse. Ooh. The dance of the spheres, the music of the spheres is putting on a show for us today. I imagine if we watched a little bit longer, we'd see a total solar eclipse, or pretty dang close to it. But right now, what we're seeing is a re-entry effect. Because the way that's positioned, because we're dropping, the sun and the moon are dropping to the horizon. A little bit of a lag spike right there. Okay. parachute is cooling down quite significantly now. So too is the pod. It's dropping. Temperature. Good. Yes! And of course the core temperature is still below 0°C. That must be lovely for the Kerbonauts. We're decelerating at about 5 Gs. I think we're going to peak out there. Yeah, we just peaked out. So, a little bit of an eventful re-entry. If I could use words correctly, express this language that I've been using for 20-some years. Yeah, word soup. Okay, and I don't want to arm that yet, not till we get below about Mach 1. No, Mach 1.3. I usually deploy it about then. Where is my ferrum? 1.3. That's going to give us a yoink. We're going to drop below Mach 1 pretty quickly. Okay! We have actually done stuff. We're going to go into 5 times physical time acceleration because this is running way longer than I wanted. In fact, I may just split this into 2 episodes. And boop. Yay! We got it! I'll see you back at the Space Center. And we are back at the Space Center. It's nighttime on Kerbin, but we managed to pick up another 38 science. That gives us 83. Recovered some parts and whoops. I got catapulted into the research center, but I don't have enough science quite yet to unlock any more nodes. Do I have anything in KEI? No, I don't. Do I have any parts I can purchase? I do have quite a few parts I can purchase, and definitely want to purchase some of these. Like the hydrometer, the RPWS. I'm just checking through for science experiments. The wait, no, stop! 01 Kerbal Unreconstitutionator. Okay, definitely want the incubator. I want the science racks. Might want those KEES, the long duration exposure things. Experiment control station. Damn it! Okay, I don't need a lot of these until I start doing manned Mooner missions, which won't be for a little while yet. Okay, I don't think I need any more of those. I'm going to purchase these flight control parts because that's a lot of good stuff. That's a lot of good stuff. How much is general construction? Another 2. Yeah, I'm going to just finish out this layer. That's the best option for me. And check for upgrades. Okay, I have all the upgrades. Are there upgrades here? No. Alright. And we're going to upgrade the... No, we're not going to upgrade the administration building. We're going to upgrade mission control. But that is going to be this episode. Stay tuned for the outro. Here's just one of the patrons helping to make this content possible. If you want to see your name here, pledge at least $10 on my Patreon page. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like the channel, subscribe, or join us on our Discord and Facebook communities. If you really want to support the creative journey, either buy me a coffee for a one-time donation, or become a patron. Links to both pages are also in the description. In the meantime, this is Arinia, signing off.